Hey there, Hammer fam. Welcome back to HammeredHead. Today we got the Rebel Vanguard Trooper from the 30th Anniversary Collection. This guy is marketed as an expanded universe figure because he's based on the Trooper from Battlefront and Battlefront 2 with a rocket launcher. Obviously, fantastic games. Really fun Trooper to play as, so I love that we have him as an action figure. As always, I'm going to post an Amazon affiliate link for this figure in the description. So if you do like him or you like Battlefront and you want figures from that game, feel free to purchase them through that link. It's a great way to support the channel and continue your collection. But he looks pretty cool in there. I really like the image on the card back. I do think he probably should have been holding the rocket launcher in this picture instead of the blaster pistol, but it looks pretty cool. Looks like he's on Endor. And he's got an epic pose in there. Really excited to get him out. We do get a coin, which is always phenomenal. Yeah, so he's on Endor, just kicking it. Rebel Vanguard Trooper. These rebel soldiers are demolitions experts who specialize in destroying Imperial ground and air vehicles. Always given the tough assignments, they employ heavy weapons capable of causing significant damage and destruction that will weaken the advance of Imperial vehicles in battle. Species, human. Status, rebel soldier. Weapons of choice, HH-15 projectile launcher. Characteristic, anti-vehicle division. And a few others from the collection. They're all winners. I always like playing the Endor map and picking this guy and just like getting on a speeder bike and driving to the bunker and then sit there the whole match and blow it up. It's pretty fun. Yeah, let's open him up. There he is. He looks really awesome. Appearance-wise, I really love this guy. I think he looks super dope. He actually holds the rocket launcher really well. He's got a solid grip on it, and it doesn't really throw off his balance too much. The issue, though, is his left hand is kind of sculpted in a much wider grip, so you can't really put anything in there. I think it's intended so that you can have him grab like the foregrip on here very lightly, but then it's a little tough to like turn his head with the helmet on. So it looks a little goofy if you try to two-hand it. But it works fine one-handed. You can just shoot that thing off his shoulder. No issues at all. And we do get the pistol, so you'd have to swap it out with the rocket launcher, which is fine. He grips it pretty well. I think that looks good. Helmet is a little loose, not too bad, but it flops around a bit. The chin strap helps, and then the holster does not fit the blaster. The holster is too small, but it looks good, so it's okay. But the rest of the appearance-wise, the guy looks awesome. Really solid detailing on the face sculpt. Not a whole lot going on with the hair, but it looks good. The vest does come off theoretically. It's kind of tough on there. I don't want to force it, but you can take the vest off. And underneath, he's got, a bandolier with more stuff, a few pouches on his belt, which look good. There's a hole in the bottom of this pouch. I don't know what that's for. If you can get like a tube and give him like a breathing apparatus or something maybe. Or maybe it's just left over from how they sculpted it. But yeah, if you take his vest off, you can see more pouches on the back there. And then pants are pretty cool. The one issue I have, though, is the joint is painted slightly different color than the rest of the pants. I don't know if it's supposed to be like mud, because other parts of his pants have it too. It just kind of stands out a little bit to me. But again, not a huge deal. Overall, I think he's got a really great amount of detail. Solid paint apps. And he stands up really well, especially considering he has a massive rocket launcher. So right off the bat, I think this figure rocks. Accessories are really good with this guy. The main event is obviously the rocket launcher, which looks really fantastic. Super unique sculpt. Good amount of detail. It's got this nice red highlight at the end, which looks nice. It's cool, like rangefinder or sight or whatever that is. But yeah, pretty unique sculpt. Only really comes with this figure. It looks a lot like the one in the video game. So that is really awesome. We do get the standard Rebel blaster. Blaster itself is good, but yeah, it doesn't really fit in the holster too well, which is a bit of a disappointment, but that's more on the holster than the blaster itself. Then the helmet, pretty loose fit, but looks really good, I think. It's a pretty solid sculpt. I kind of like how big it is. And this antenna looks really nice too. So can't really complain too much about that. And the coin looks pretty good. I think the helmet didn't really come out too well in the coin. But at least it says Vanguard Trooper, Rebel Soldier, and then Expanded Universe on the back. So all in all, I really like the accessories in this. I think, that's obviously the main event, is you get a rocket launcher with the guy. And they're executed very well. The articulation is a little bit outdated. He's got a swivel head, not a whole lot. Range of motion up and down, but side to side obviously is fine. And then most of everything else is swivel. So he's got swivel shoulders, swivel elbows, and they're actually really high up on his arm. So he's kind of stuck doing this, angular pose there, which is fine because he's going to be holding the rocket launcher anyway. That's a good angle for him to put it up on the shoulder, but it does kind of restrict him from getting other poses. Then swivel wrists, swivel waist, swivel hips, and then he does have ball joint, knees, and ankles, but the knees don't go back too far. But the ankles have a pretty solid range of motion there. So not a whole lot of difficulty standing him up again. He's got a really good balance overall. And other than the swivel arms and stuff, the articulation isn't horrendous. Just not up to snuff with stuff we're getting nowadays. Mr. Hammer, the Empire's here. Bring up the rocket launcher. Let him have it. Wait, it's facing the wrong way. I gotta say, this guy is a top tier W of a figure. I don't really care about the bad articulation or that stupid holster that doesn't hold the blaster, because the rocket launcher is epic. He holds it really well, and the overall appearance of the figure is just fantastic. Absolutely top. Fans of Battlefront are going to love this guy. He looks just like in the game. He'll really bring you back to those good old gaming days. And he'll look good with any Rebel army too, whether they're fleet troopers or Endor troopers. I think this guy's appearance and accessories and outfit, the whole shebang will fit in well with whatever Rebel squad or army you got going on. So like I said before, there's an Amazon affiliate link in the description. Feel free to check that out and order from there if you want this guy. It's a great way to support the channel and build your collection. But other than that, let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you to my Patreon subscribers. As always, be sure to follow on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And don't forget, stay hammered.